Sweet Shanti here meditated with me today. So if you happen to have a wall close by, that can be a nice support for meditation. Just make sure you have the small of the back, the lower part of the back, or just kind of that area at the back touching, because then you won't necessarily be leaning back, and that might be uncomfortable after a little bit of time. And just let the shoulders relax down. Find a comfortable place to allow your hands to rest, your arms. Maybe a couple deep breaths just to settle, soften, sink. And settle the breath when you're ready, just allowing the breath to be natural. So sometimes deeper breaths can help us just clear a little bit and help us to be centered, to be present. But then ultimately in our practice, it's not controlling, just allowing what is to be what it is, to allow the breath to be natural, to allow sensations to be whatever they are. And if they're getting uncomfortable to the point of maybe pain, then you make wise action and change your position to help you. And you come back to the still place again. You allow the thoughts to be what they are. And I think this is a common thing that people might say about meditation is, oh, I can't do it. My mind won't stop. It's not supposed to stop. But what we are doing is changing our relationship to the mind. Because the one thing about our mind is we think thoughts, and those thoughts can lead to triggering past memories, even habitual moods, emotions. And so when we can just allow the thoughts to be, it's almost like be like clouds floating by in the sky. You don't need to judge them. And then we bring in more equanimity. Instead of being reactive beings, when we're more calm and centered, we can choose right action, moment to moment. And so just allow yourself to be with yourself fully here in this moment. Whatever you're noticing. And I think it helps to turn the corners of the mouth slightly up a bit, just so we don't get too serious about our practice. And just bring a little sweet smile, bring some softness into what you're noticing. And noticing is mindfulness. So as long as you're noticing it, you're aware of it, just watching it be, the sensations, the thoughts, the emotions, and then you're doing the practice, and the mind will wander away. That's okay. That's the nature of our mind, all of our minds. And so when you wake up to go, oh, I start thinking, where did I go? How did I get to this thought? And you just gently, patiently, persistently come back to awareness of breath, body, mind. And so being aware of breath coming and going. Everything's coming and going. Everything's changing in each moment. The breath comes and goes. Sensations come and go at times. Thoughts come and go. And just without judgment, noticing this process. And so this monkey mind we all have, and these thoughts that are continuous, they will continue until we take our last breath. And thoughts can take any form. They're usually, well, we call them time travelers because they're either in the past or they're in the future. And it takes us away from being present. But we can watch the thoughts. They can have any content. They can be neutral at times or sometimes very highly charged. So without judgment, noticing. So again, we're not trying to stop the thoughts, just awareness. And sometimes thoughts can have fear in them. You can awaken fear. Then just be aware of fear being here in this moment, feeling fear. And often when we befriend an uncomfortable emotion like fear, it softens, it can dissipate, it can ease up, let up. And this is the same for worries, and the same for preoccupations, and so on. So regardless of the feeling that the thought might create, just observing it as simply a thought and letting it be here without pursuing it or without rejecting it. Noticing that from moment to moment, new thoughts will come and go. And we do this with sensations, we do this with our thoughts, we do this with our emotions. And you can think of your meditation as sitting at the riverbank, and the river keeps flowing, everything's flowing, and we're just remaining in this place of presence, observing with non-judgment. And we call this mindfulness. And sometimes to give the mind something to do, this is helpful for our mind at times. So if you think a thought, or if you feel a sensation or an emotion, you could use your breath. So with the inhale, you could say, I breathe in, whatever that might be, discomfort, concern for your hip or your knee, your shoulder. You can breathe it in. So the breath in is the welcoming in. Make friends with it. Imagine you're holding space for it. You're inviting it in for a cup of tea. With the breath out, you just say, I let you go. I let go. Release. Find a word for that letting go. Breathe it in, then let it go. And sometimes we might need a deeper breath to do that. It might be big. Or we could just use our soft breath. And the process can be gentle. Being gentle with ourselves, compassionate with ourselves. And then take the last moment here, just being with your own heart center, your heart space. Take one palm over your heart, the other palm over top, and just holding your heart space lovingly, as all of these practices of yoga bring us back to our true self with a capital T and a capital S. And the true self is the place within that is pristine, untouched, unchanging. It's the little divine spark we were born with. It's the place of pure presence, perfect peace, spacious freedom, and bubbling joy. So take 3 final deep breaths into your heart space. And I think that when we can practice being still, still with ourselves, and to become more present and being mindful to pay attention without judgment and to bring in compassion and self-love. This helps clear our heart space so the inner light can shine out into the world. So as you join your hands together in front of your heart, just bow to your heart space, open your eyes and open the middle 3 fingers to make a flower. It's called Padma Mudra, the lotus mudra. And peering in, and imagine you're seeing your own little diamond light within your heart space. Om Mani Padme Hum, may the jewel of the lotus be realized. And join hands once again with your eyes closed, offering these benefits, bringing peace through your practice to the world. Om Shanti, 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 Om. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. And look at my sweet Shanti here, meditated with me today.